Let's not let this get weird. Product placement. Look, I want y'all to know right off the bat, I get it. Uncertain times is the most overused phrase in a national crisis since hopes and prayers. Or unprecedented times. Unprecedented times. They're all precedented. There's been way worse pandemics. Way worse. I'm not saying that this isn't bad. I'm not saying people aren't dying and suffering. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying these are precedented times. We've had bigger financial hurdles. Been world wars that have rallied entire nations to commit millions of men to battlefields. So perspective is good. And I'm saying that, just so you know, for me, I'm reminding myself that because I've had in the last 8 to 10 weeks a lot of good pity parties, and I'm sorry you weren't invited to any of them. So a lot going on with me. Not that any of it matters. I'm not trying to pull a Conor McGregor here and just say I'm retiring, but like you gotta seriously stop and think, like, if you want to try to keep teaching yoga as a income source. So the studio is probably going to close pretty soon, and it's important that you know that, like, I'm not sad about it. I wouldn't be wearing these fucking stupid, ridiculous glasses if I was sad about it. I'm really not. Like, if you need to see my eyes to see what's going on there. Here's what happened. I was walking down Broadway where my business is, and for the last few months, I've watched like doors close, and then I've like looked in the windows and watched slowly as like shit got moved out, and businesses went out of business, and I'd always walk by and see stuff in some other people's windows, and I'd be like, hang on, man, hang on. And so as things start to reopen, I was walking down Broadway, and I don't really have a lot of money, but I was like, I got to just spend something for all of these people that have made it this far, right? So I go into the vinyl record store that's down on Broadway, Angelo's. I want to give a shout out to my Broadway people. And I was just like, I gotta spend a little money. And then I stopped at the Auditorium and had a chat with the owner there, spent, a little bit of money. And that felt good. And this sounds very premeditated. It's not. Like, I literally just like threw these glasses on and turned on the camera because I wasn't sure if I was going to make a funny, weird promo plug for a soon-to-be yoga video. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll just do a live at 5 and announce it for my I've got tens of fans all over, uh, all over the county, and am I an influencer? You bet. You bet. Um, when my daughter's hamster was trying to burrow into the cushions of the couch, I reached under there and I stopped her, and then I just sort of pushed her back up, and I influenced her to not, try to burrow into the couch anymore. So, yeah, I can say that. This rant is sponsored by Kellogg's, and no, seriously, I love these glasses though. Me and my daughter, whenever we go into a store that has sunglasses, we just try to find the weirdest fucking pair, each of us, and then we take a selfie. I've got like years of those. Can you imagine the gold I have for my daughter's wedding? Yeah, I don't think the studio's gonna make it, guys. Came to that realization this morning, and I'm walking down Broadway and thinking, I just don't think that I can see a financial pathway in which we're going to recover here. And so I put on Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. And I highly, highly recommend you do that. If there's anything going on in your life that is like challenging, you're confronted with difficulty, go for a walk in the sun and put on your headphones and listen to Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine. Follow it up, just as like you do a shot and then you follow it with a chaser. Follow it up with Mbop by Hanson, and then tell me you still think you're having a bad day. Okay, so that's first. I haven't been getting as many videos up on YouTube as I have, as a lot of things started to happen, and then had some tricky issues to work with my daughter Tiny Diamond, and just like she's like 8 years old, and just dealing with the difficulty of not seeing her friends and being out of school. Like, just, it's like, if you're a parent, you probably get that. And trying to work on the side to make a little money to get by. So there's going to be more videos. I've had to, for a number of reasons, I've had to put a few things on the back burner. I've put primarily the YouTube videos that I was doing daily, and I've realized a couple of things. One is that like daily is not a good idea, because like I don't even like to see my own face every day, and I can't avoid it. So I don't think you do either. But also live is tricky, man. And so I'm going to be, I think, just to make a long story short, I'm going to focus on quality over quantity. And so I did have a few of those live videos, and I leave everything up. One of them, the last one, like I took down. I was like, my head was not in the right space, and I think sometimes that makes for a great experience, and that's why I'm in a good mood. I feel very optimistic and upbeat, so despite however I may be coming across on this. I'm very, very upbeat. And Katrina and the Waves, thank you, because I'm walking on sunshine. I'm thinking, well, what's next? I don't know what's next. But another thing that I saw when I was walking down Broadway is two people at a rug store. First of all, who buys rugs anymore? Like those, just, like old rugs, like grandma rugs, big, heavy grandma rugs. Who's buying all those? Because when you go by a rug store, there's fucking hundreds of them and they're super heavy, right? And as I'm watching them unload a shipment, and yay, the rug store is still in business. And quarantine aside, I don't know how they're still in business. But these people are they're bent over, like trying to fold these big heavy rugs. And so that's why I've come to the conclusion that that's got to be the worst job in the world, is being a rug salesman, because you have to constantly flip, and you need somebody there with you too. Like, it's not a job you can do alone. These giant rugs, and they're super heavy, and you need somebody to help you flip them to the next one, right? What a deal that is. So I'm watching these guys unload this truck, and they're just bent over, and I'm like, oh, dude, wait, bend your knees a little bit more and stick out your butt. Wanted to give them some pointers there. So anyway, yoga doesn't fix everything. That's what I originally wanted to let you guys know. That's why I probably need to get out of this business, because I'm the worst salesman in the world. I'm the worst salesman in the world. Yoga doesn't fix everything. In fact, yoga doesn't fix anything. But if you practice it diligently, patiently, and persistently, you start to fix things in your body, and then you feel more capable, and then you start to fix things up here. And that's why I think they always see that when you're facing a lens, like, everything's backwards. It's not like a mirror, right? So when I think I'm going to, like, my left, I look in my monitor, I'm going to the right. And I literally, before I did the Fruit Loop thing, I was looking at the monitor and I couldn't get it into my mouth because I don't know where anything is. How's this for 13 minutes of, don't even know what this is. So I guess I'm literally going through the process right now of, like, figuring out, like, should I stay open for another 30 or 60 days? And not to see if I can recover. Like I said, I've looked at the numbers, but, like, I just want to keep doing my thing. And I feel like yoga it's just been, I don't know what, because of, like, corporate fitness corporations that just want a yoga franchise, like they want a spin franchise and they want a bar franchise, because they make a lot of money. And when I started teaching yoga, when I started practicing yoga, it was little mom and pop studios everywhere. It was amazing. It was a great time to learn, because there was just so much diversity in what was being taught, and it was being taught by people that were really knowledgeable. Not that they've all died or gone away, or that we haven't created new knowledgeable people, but corporate yoga is a very homogenized and standardized thing. And that's why I still, like, my punk rock roots says, like, fuck them, we're going to keep teaching. We're going to show these fuckers. So I don't know. I gotta little daughter to raise. I got a kid to raise, and she's counting on me. So I think I've somehow got to do better. And I probably could make millions teaching yoga. I'm not that smart. That's the rub. The only thing I really know about is inside of the body. I don't know spreadsheets. So that's my diary. That's what that was. See, I originally was calling it Daily Yoga Live. And then I was like, I can't do this daily and I can't do it live. I'll call it my yoga diary because that's what I'm doing. I'm sort of sharing my thoughts while I'm practicing. But this was really a yoga diary because, this is what I'm doing today. This is what I'm doing right now. I literally got frustrated working on some editing stuff for a friend of mine. And I was like, turn on the cameras and do something silly. And this is what came out. How's that for authentic? I'll see you in the next video.